Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your girl with another episode of Planting Seeds with Darlaina Rose. 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your girl, Darlaina Rose. Welcome to episode 83. Planting Seeds with Darlaina Rose, 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. I am so excited to bring you episode 83 with another amazing woman out here doing amazing things. My guest today will be just as amazing as every single woman that we have had on since the very beginning, since episode 1. Episode 1, and here we are at episode 83. I'm trying to get us public on Facebook, but Facebook seems to be having a little bit of difficulty catching up. Hold on, let me see. Let me try one more thing. I'm so excited to see each and every one of you. What they say, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you have chosen to be here with me. So for that, I am ever so grateful. So I'm not sure what's happening. I don't see us on Facebook. I don't know what's happening. I don't know, but I see my guest is here. Let me get her on. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to see my friend. You guys, this lady, I have been friends with her for a long time. I have watched her do some amazing things over the years. This is, hold on. Come on, Cheyenne. Come on. Listen, can't nobody tell me I ain't no trendsetter. I love those. Amazing.
I had to show up right to be with you.
You know what? And that's exactly what all the women are saying. Like, I need to make sure that when I show up, I come with all my Darlaina Rose vibes. So thank you for the vibe. That's a whole vibe. I love it, love it, love it. I don't know why things is not showing up on Facebook. Let me check something real quick because they not doing something right. I don't even know what's happening here. Hold on. Have written some amazing stuff.
Thank you.
We all growed up together. We growed up together, right? Good evening.
Listen, I just want to tell everybody that it was such an honor when you asked me to come on, because I've always looked up to you. When I first met you, we were doing the travel business together.
Yes.
And you would walk in and your whole presence would change the room. It would just change the atmosphere. And because you always had the roses on your head.
Yes,
and
yes.
I was like, wow, she's amazing. As soon as you would walk in, it was just that spirit of love and everything when you walked in the room. So I've always admired you. I've always followed you, from that time. And so when you contacted me, I said, me? Little old me?
I don't know no little people. I don't know no little people. I don't know none. I've seen you, go from those times in those meetings, you sat in those rooms and you were quiet and, didn't say much, but you was getting it done. And so when I saw some stuff that you were doing, I said, okay, all right. Oh, we out here. Oh, she's speaking over there and she's speaking over there. Oh, we have a published book. And although we may not speak all the time or even not at all, we are all still in each other's network. Always be a part of my network. And so when Women's Month came around, all I really wanted to do was share the amazing women in my network with the amazing women in my network. And you absolutely are one of the amazing women in my network. And so the goal is to, you're so welcome. Listen, I am not putting praise where it does not belong. It is well deserved and well earned. You have truly put in the work, you put in the time to be right here. And not just here, on many places. So it's not just that, it's many places. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Risa. Hey, Miss Nelson. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. And so with that being said, I so love this. I so love this. And I'm so excited to be able to have a platform where people can come. It doesn't matter your walk of life. It doesn't matter if you got 50,000 followers or 50. It don't matter. Right. All it matters is the work that you do in life. I tell people all the time, people that come on, they may be a micro influencer online by the standards of the world, but in life, you are a macro influencer everywhere. And those are the people that I want to give voice to. So thank you for saying yes, because you had to say yes. Hey, Risa. Hey, Kathy Parsons. I'm so glad you're here. And so, it's no coincidence. Maybe you might need to be somebody that we feature, because this is episode 83, Shia. Okay, episode 83. We've been here 83 days straight. And I thought that I was going to be able to stop at 100. And then God said, keep going.
Keep going. That's right.
Keep going. It's more. And so we're going to keep going. When we hit 100, we're going to start the ticker all the way over again. And then come Father's Day, we're going to start 100 men. And so I already knew that I wanted to invite 100 men, right? And so I said, well, God, if I keep going with the women, how am I going to do the men? He said, simultaneously, at the same time. So we're going to do this thing at the same time. So just know it's so much bigger than what you see. It is truly turned into me introducing people to my network, to an entire movement, to an entire sisterhood of women that will support you in your work and you support them in their work. It has definitely turned into way bigger than my wildest imagination. So, Shia, in the spirit of Women's Month, can you please tell us what it is that you are doing in the world right now?
Well, right now, what I have found because we have to keep digging until we find the right thing.
Yes.
So I am a virtual assistant.
Yes.
And I started out being a virtual assistant to, just different businesses. But people kept coming to me, asking me about, my book, how I got it started and all that kind of stuff. And I've always worked with a couple of people here and there. So what I found was this is where I'm supposed to be. So yes. I am a virtual assistant, and I offer author services to authors, to yes. coaches, to publishers, and I help them, I offer them administrative support. And for my authors, I actually help them to publish their books.
Ooh, that's so
to good. Become, self-published. So it's been amazing since, they talk about the pandemic and everything, but it's been amazing, because my business started turning around in December because a lot of people are home.
Yes.
They're writing, they're finding, that they have stories to tell.
Yes.
So it's been exciting, working with the different authors, and a couple of my authors are out here killing it, so yes. I'm going to showcase them in a little bit.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's what I do this, and I still work full time.
Amazing.
But where I'm going is my passion has always been widows, because my husband passed in 2012.
Yes.
And that's kind of what started me on the journey online, because I wanted to find a way to be able to be there for other widows as well.
Yes.
And so I am fully nonprofit now for my widows. It's called A Widow's Worth, because I wanted to be able to show the world how worthy we are.
Oh my goodness.
Because I did a study and found that widows are considered the invisible women. And I want to be able to show that we're no longer invisible.
Not by a long shot. Well, you make sure that I am abreast of the things that you are doing in that vein, because I am so happy to hear that, because I know my mom lost my dad 8 years ago, and it when you say that, I can see her invisibility.
Yes.
And in becoming a widow, no one, unless that is your pain too, no one can really speak to that. And so you're putting something together that is much needed. And so my mom actually passed away last August, and I know that everything that she experienced was because of the loss of my father.
Yes.
And so I'm absolutely happy to hear that, and absolutely excited to be able to support you in any way that I can. Absolutely, we must feature you in my brand new, about to drop, Darlaina Rose magazine on June 15th. I have to give you all the details about that, because we just have to take it on a bigger platform. We got to level up, we must. So thank you for all those services. Now, in the spirit of Women's Month, I asked us a few questions. So I just want to ask you a couple of questions around that, because that's what it all started, because of Women's Month. I'm just like, I know so many amazing women. How can I honor them? How can I get them in a place where people can meet them and know what it is that they do? And this is what came up: 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. And because I was going to just do 30 days for March. And when I got to woman 48, I'm like, might gonna have to do 60 days. And then by the time I got to the 70s, I'm like, 90 days. But 90 days was so uneven. I was like, I need to just do 100. And here we are, so close to 100. And we started with 1 on March 1st. And so I'm so grateful and so thankful. In the spirit of Women's Month, is there a woman or women who inspire you in this moment? And if so, why?
Well, like I said, you're definitely one of them. From the time that I met you. And like I said, I've always followed you, and I'm always cheering you on because you've been doing such great things. Dr. Sandy Williams is another person who has inspired me. She, she's very, very close friend to my mother, very dear friend to my mother, who passed in 2017. And when she started her women's organization, she wanted it to be for, women who were 50 and up. Yeah. And I thought that was an amazing thing because, again, it takes a look at us women who can be left behind or who can be considered, put on the shelf or whatever. Yeah. And then I have another person, is Dr. Darlaina Moore. She's my mentor. Yes. And she's kind of, pulled me up out of a slump and, has pushed me out there and has given me, the encouragement and the education to be able to start me on the journey of self-development. Yes. So she, has trained me and taught me in different areas of my life. Yeah. And so, those are the amazing women that inspire me. I love that. Sandy is one of my very good friends as well, and she has definitely taught me a lot. She believed in me before I believed in myself. Right. Mm-hmm. And Sandy is also, when she started that organization, I wasn't yet 50. And so she was like, not yet, girl. Just give it a couple more years. We'll see you in a couple more years. And eventually, when I was old enough, I was so excited to be 50. I was like, oh my God, I'm 50 now. What we doing? And so now, I'm just really grateful for that work that she's done because it absolutely gives voice to those who truly are invisible for a lot of reasons. For women who have lost their dreams or decided that they couldn't have their dream because they were 50. And what Sandy is showing you is that you can have it. You can have it, you could be it, you could do it. And so I'm so grateful for her. When you think about these women, what qualities do you think make them great at what they do? Great at leadership, great at showing up for people. What qualities do you think they have? First, I wanted to give a shout out to my brother who is listening, Rab Highsmith. That's my brother.
Hey, brother. So I
wanted to give a shout out to him.
Yes.
But when I see you and the other women that I mentioned, the two doctors that I mentioned, you all have such tenacity and you don't quit no matter what you're doing. You just keep going, and if it doesn't seem like it's going well, you find another way. It's like you guys never stop, and it's such an encouragement, to see you. And when I see you on the beaches and living life and everything, that is such an encouragement. And you never know whose life you're touching. When I see you in magazine articles, I never forget the story about your husband and how you were able to bring him back, from his illness. Yes. Just watching you grow has been, such an encouragement. You went to Atlanta, you did big things, and then you came back to Philly.
Yes.
We stayed in Philly for a while and we had the big snowstorm. You was like, I'm out of here. And you went back to Atlanta.
Girl, that thing was so funny. Crazy. Listen, I couldn't.
So, now when I see you out on your deck and, modeling and, just enjoying your life, it's inspiring. And, when you see those things, it makes you want to keep going.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Shael, because you never know who's watching. You never know who's seeing it. And sometimes I get up and I get these inspirations to do things. And when I'm about to do it, I'm like, really? Is this what I'm about to do? Yeah, I'm about to do it. And you just don't know. I absolutely went to LA to reactivate my modeling career. And when, after being out there for, I think we were out there for a little over a week, almost 2 weeks. And when it was time to come back, it was 15 inches of snow in Philly. Yes. And I'm like, what I'm going to do there? What can I do? I can't do nothing. So I called my friend here in Atlanta and said, I need to come to your house. She was like, all right, come on. I came and I ended up staying for 3 weeks, went back to Philly and decided to come back. You know, it just opened it all up. And so now I'm here about to open the Healing House of Roses, where people will come for emotional healing, mental healing, physical healing, all of that. And it's only God. God has opened the floodgates of just favor on my life, and I'm so grateful. And I think the lesson in that is that if you take the first step, He'll take the next 2, and you take another one, and He'll take the next 3, and then you take another one, and He'll take the next one. And so we just gotta. We say we believe. We say that we believe in God. We say we believe in a higher power, but then we try to do it all on our own. Right. But God said, I got this. If I bring you to it, I'm going to bring you through it. Right. And I can tell you, my life feels like magic. It feels like miracles every day. And then when I hear people like you, it reminds me of absolutely why I do it. And so I'm so grateful for that. So I digress. Are there any? No. What's your favorite thing about being a woman?
Femininity.
Yes.
I love to be feminine.
Yes.
I have learned because I didn't always believe, because I've been told that I was ugly, most of my life. So I believed that lie.
Yes.
And so I just carried myself that way. I was always shy. So I just kind of like a background person. Yeah. So through my emotional healing, you spoke about that. Yes. Through some of that healing process that I had to go through has taught me to, look at myself in the mirror, because I was always ashamed to look at myself in the mirror. Yes. Because I believed what people said about me. So when I was able to look at myself in the mirror, I was able to really see the real me that I am. Yes. And begin to love the me that I am. Because I can't love anybody else until I learn to first love myself. Yes. And when I started to connect with the God in me, then I was able to see myself differently. Yes. So that I'm able, because now that people are asking me to come, on their platforms, yes. People are, starting to really look at me and see me, yes. Then I know that I have to show up. And so I don't mind, putting on makeup anymore. Yes. I used to never wear makeup, but I don't mind, wearing the makeup. I love different glasses. Yes. So I just love being a soft, feminine woman. Yes, that's so good. Oh my goodness, I do. I feel all of that. I love to dress up. I love to dress down. My kids used to say, "We don't know if mommy gonna come downstairs in booty shorts or a ball gown." But whatever, it's gonna be cute, whatever it is. But we know she coming with something. And I remember this lady telling me in my 20s, she had gave me these beautiful dresses and suits and stuff. And I said, Miss Gina, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to wear this stuff. It's so nice. And she changed my life with the words she said. She said, wear them when you feel like it. Yeah. Wear them when you feel like it. Dress up when you feel like it. Doesn't matter if you're going to the corner bar or whether you're going to some 5-star restaurant. I don't care. Like sometimes my friends like, well, why are you so dressed up like that? Because I feel like it. Sometimes, and when you look good, you feel good. And when you put on your good stuff, see, you can't be holding off of your good stuff. Luther Vandross drank water out of his wine glasses.
Luther drank that water out his wine glasses all the time. He said, "What am I hold on to it for? I want to drink out of it now. I paid good money for these glasses." So before you give a special glass or a special dish to someone else, give it to yourself first. Use it for yourself first. Are there any assumptions about women that you would like to change? Hold on, what's happening? We got a little clocking going on. Let's see. There we go. The God in you must be seen. Yes, Dr. Loretta. Yes, Dr. Loretta. The God in you must be seen. Absolutely. But are there any assumptions about women that you'd like to change?
I don't know. I've never thought about that, but I think that I love women, and I love to encourage other women. Yes. And I think that we have to change that mentality that we're competitive. Mm-hmm. We have to, know and believe and understand that we're one. Yes. And that, we are here to help one another. Absolutely. And not knock each other down. That is the worst thing that we could do, because we the women, us women, we are the pioneers. We are the strength. Yes. we hold up our communities. We do. We hold up our families. We carry them on our backs. Absolutely. So we should not tear down each other. We Absolutely. Should be supporting one another and loving each other so much that that they would see the God in us, and that whatever that is that we're doing, let's just support one another. Absolutely. The best way that we can. We may not be able to support each other financially. We may not have the money to do that. Yes. But support some kind of way. Yes. Yes. And let's just not be so competitive or think that you're the only one that's it, and I can't do the same thing that you're doing. Yes. Because we're not doing, even though it may seem that, and this is something I had to learn. Yes. That it may seem like that we're in the same lane and we're doing the same thing, but we have a different message. Our messages come across differently. Very much so. So everybody has a different message. Let's just support each other. Absolutely. And not knock each other down. What I have heard is that there is a nation of people assigned to you, and there's a nation of people assigned to me. So even though I might be a coach and you a coach and you wrote a book and I wrote a book, there's people that are going to resonate with what you say. They're going to resonate with your words. And then there's going to be people that resonate with my words. That's why I believe in collaboration over competition every single day. We have to collaborate. We have to work together. You can come in and say something for 15 minutes and I can come and say the exact same thing, use the exact same words, and it's going to hit people different. It really is. So that's what we got to know. So in these last 2 minutes, is there anything that I didn't ask you that you'd like to share with the viewers? I don't think so. I think you've, asked me. Okay. I don't think so. Okay. I just, the only thing that whenever, I am allowed to, come forward on anyone's platform, I just want us to love each other. Yes. Just spend time just loving on people. And to also, the message that I give when I talk about my book. The first book that I wrote was called Trial by Fire, the making of a vessel. And the making on the potter's wheel is the trials that we go through. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to let everybody know that whatever it is that you're going through, you're never, ever alone. Mm-hmm. It may feel like it, when you're going through it, but you're just never alone. So just always know that.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. So how can people follow you? What's your website? Where can they buy your book from? That sounds like a really good read. You know, this is reading season coming up. People going to be on the beach. So tell them where they can get your book at, where they can book your services as a virtual assistant, like all of that kind of good stuff. Tell us where we can find you.
My website is Virtual Way, www.virtualwayprosvs. It's PROSVS .com. Okay. Or they can just put in my name, ShaelRory.com.
Okay.
And it'll come up. It'll come up the same way.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook as Shael Rory.
Okay.
I'm on Instagram as Shael Rory Inc. Because I am incorporated.
I love it.
And so I'm just put my name in there and you can find me. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm everywhere.
I love it. I love it. Listen, y'all need to call my friend, honey, because she got what you need, okay? I so appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you so much for sharing all of your goodness and your greatness with us. Thank you for your kind words. Oh, my goodness. That really, I was not expecting that. I didn't pay her, y'all. I didn't pay her. I wasn't expecting that, but thank you. Thank you so much for reminding me of why we do the work that we do. So with that being said, episode 83 is in the bag. We will be back here tomorrow with our newest woman with episode 84. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Thank you, Shael.
Bye. Thank you. Love you.
Love you more.